Today, we come together to celebrate the life of an extraordinary woman, Veronica Cecilia Wangui. Born on July 10th, 1937, she lived a life defined by service, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment to the causes she believed in. Born to Joshua Mwangi Mwituria and Loizi Weri Mwangi, Veronica was one of many children in a large, loving family. From a young age, she demonstrated a strong work ethic, values instilled in her by her parents. She began her education at Katanga Catholic Mission School, later proceeding to Gati Iguru Intermediate School, now Mugoiri Girls High School. Driven by a passion for learning, she pursued further studies in caregiving, social work, pastoral care, secretarial work, and tailoring, honing skills that would shape her lifelong service to others. During the 1950s, Kenya was gripped by the Mau Mau uprising, a defining chapter in the fight for independence from British colonial rule. The Mau Mau movement, although often defined by the fighters in the forest, relied heavily on the courageous and resourceful women who worked tirelessly behind the scenes. Veronica played a vital role in supporting the Mau Mau freedom fighters. She took on the task of providing food and supplies to the fighters who were hiding in the forests, ensuring they had the sustenance they needed to continue the struggle. Feeding fighters was not just a logistical effort, it was an act of defiance against the colonial government that sought to starve the rebellion into submission. Veronica risked her life every day to transport food and information to the fighters, knowing full well the consequences if she were caught. Beyond feeding the fighters, Veronica also provided nursing care to those who were injured in the fight. The freedom fighters often had no access to medical supplies or hospitals, so they relied on people like Veronica to treat their wounds and provide them with the care they needed to survive. Veronica's home became a safe haven for many Mau Mau soldiers, where they could rest and recover before returning to the front lines of the struggle. Her role was emblematic of the broader contributions of women to the Mau Mau liberation effort. Women like Veronica were not passive participants, but active resistors who took enormous risks. They served as couriers, caretakers, and intelligence gatherers, and their bravery was indispensable to the success of the movement. Veronica's courage in supporting the fighters reflects the untold stories of many women who fought for Kenya's independence, not with weapons, but with resilience and resourcefulness. Her role as a social worker. Veronica's compassion and dedication to serving her community extended far beyond the independence struggle. After Kenya gained its freedom, she continued her life of service, becoming a key figure in her community. One of her most notable contributions came during the aftermath of the 2007/2008 post-election violence. As thousands were displaced from their homes, Veronica became a fierce protector of the vulnerable. The Mairakani community, where she lived, became a refuge for those fleeing the violence. Veronica opened her doors, providing food, clothing, and care for the displaced. Many politicians sought to take advantage of the crisis and seize the Mairakani grounds for their own interests, but Veronica stood firm. She fought tirelessly to protect the land, ensuring that it remained a haven for those in need. Her work during this time reflected the same bravery and resolve she had shown during the Mau Mau struggle. Veronica understood that true freedom is not only about political independence, but also about ensuring that communities are protected, supported, and nurtured in times of crisis. She was baptized at St. Joseph the Worker Catholic Church in Katanga in 1952, and her connection to her faith remained strong throughout her life. She played a pivotal role in founding Our Lady Queen of Peace Parish, working alongside Archbishop John Joseph McCarthy to acquire the land for the church. This act of dedication ensured that her community had a spiritual home, and the parish remains a lasting legacy of her devotion. Veronica was a mother to 6 children and a grandmother and great-grandmother to many. Her legacy, however, extends beyond her family to the wider community she served throughout her life. Whether fighting for Kenya's independence, standing up for the displaced, or nurturing her faith community, Veronica Cecilia Wangui left an indelible mark on all who knew her.
Born in the valley of Kenya's soil, with the strength of the mountains in her heart, she stood tall through the darkest nights. For freedom's sake, she gave her all. With hands that fed the fighters strong, and a heart that knew no fear. Mama Veronica, you carried us through. Your spirit is forever here. Mama, the world will know your name. In the fight for freedom, you lit the flame. Through the forest, through the pain, you stood strong, you broke the chain. Mama, mama,